Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into the best horror movies you can stream right now in 2025 on Amazon Prime Video, Hulu, and Tubi. Whether you're into psychological thrillers, supernatural chills, or classic slashers, I've got you covered with some spine-tingling picks that are guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat. Grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and let's jump into the creepiest and most binge-worthy horror films you don't want to miss this year. Number 8. Psycho Goreman. Psycho Goreman, directed by Steven Kostanski, is a riotously fun sci-fi horror comedy that has earned critical praise for its inventive style, nostalgic charm, and wildly entertaining execution. The film is a love letter to 80s and 90s genre films, blending grotesque creature effects, absurd humor, and heartfelt character dynamics into a delightfully strange and unforgettable experience. The story centers around a pair of young siblings, Mimi and Luke, who accidentally unearth a long-buried alien warlord from beneath their suburban backyard. Instead of unleashing cosmic chaos, they discover they can control the monster thanks to a magical amulet, leading to a series of bizarre and hilarious situations. While the monstrous being, soon dubbed Psycho Goreman, dreams of destruction and revenge, he's hilariously forced to obey the whims of the sharp-tongued and power-hungry Mimi. What follows is a roller coaster of galactic lore, gory action, and moments of surprisingly sincere connection. Critics have praised the film's practical effects and colorful world-building. The Guardian called it a deranged delight, singling out Nita Josie Hannah's performance as Mimi as outrageously talented. Creepy Kingdom called the film a huge love letter to 90s kids shows like Power Rangers, mixed with 80s-90s gore-filled goodness. Daily Dead described it as ridiculously charming, noting that its bizarre premise is grounded by strong character dynamics and relentless creativity. What makes Psycho Goreman stand out is its ability to be simultaneously over-the-top and heartfelt. It revels in its absurdity, but never forgets to be emotionally resonant. With laugh-out-loud moments, impressively designed creatures, and a pulse-pounding retro synth score, it's a must-watch for fans of cult horror and offbeat comedies. Whether you're drawn in by the gore, the laughs, or the sheer weirdness, this film delivers a wildly original ride that's both nostalgic and totally new. Number 7. The Dive. The Dive, directed by Maximilian Erlenwein, is a gripping survival thriller set against the hauntingly beautiful and treacherous backdrop of the ocean depths. Drawing viewers into an intense tale of sisterhood, endurance, and the fight against time, the film combines heart-pounding suspense with moments of emotional vulnerability. The story revolves around two sisters, May, Louisa Krause, and Drew, Sophie Lowe, who go on a recreational free-diving expedition in a remote and serene coastal location. What begins as a peaceful dive quickly turns into a desperate struggle when a sudden rock slide traps May deep underwater, 28 meters below the surface. With her oxygen running low and communication severed, Drew must stay calm and think fast, navigating her way through physical obstacles and personal fears in a race to save her sister's life. The film is praised for its immersive underwater cinematography, which captures both the serenity and peril of the ocean. The use of long takes and minimal dialogue enhances the tension, creating an almost meditative, yet claustrophobic atmosphere. Nonetheless, the performances of Krause and Lowe have received recognition. Their chemistry convincingly portrays the complex bond between the sisters, elevating the stakes as the story progresses. The film's emotional beats, regret, desperation, and love, are understated but effectively conveyed through their physical performances and sparse but meaningful dialogue. In conclusion, The Dive stands out as a visually arresting and emotionally tense survival drama. While it may not reinvent the genre, it succeeds in delivering a visceral experience that captures the fear, urgency, and fragility of human life when faced with nature's unforgiving power. It's a worthwhile watch for fans of minimalist thrillers, underwater adventures, and stories of resilience and connection. Number 6. Spring. Spring, directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, has been widely praised as a unique and genre-defying film that blends romance, body horror, and existential drama into a deeply affecting cinematic experience. Critics from across the web have lauded its inventive storytelling, strong performances, and beautiful visuals, calling it a rare and emotionally rich entry into the horror genre. The film follows Evan Lou Taylor Pucci, a young American reeling from personal loss who impulsively flees to the Italian countryside in search of peace and new purpose. There he meets Louise, Nadia Hilker, a mysterious and magnetic woman whose charm hides an ancient, otherworldly secret. As their relationship deepens, so does the tension between intimacy and fear, between human connection and primal instinct. The film's slow-burn structure allows time for the romance to feel natural and grounded, even as the narrative edges closer to supernatural revelation. On Rotten Tomatoes, Spring holds an impressive 85% approval rating, with many critics noting its rich atmosphere, intelligent writing, and innovative direction. The site's consensus reads, "Rich in atmosphere and intelligence, Spring is a singular horror film with a sneaky, lingering impact." Fiction Machine also praised the film, noting that while the horror aspect is compelling, it's best appreciated as an innovative gem when viewed as a love story. The film's intimate moments and meditations on mortality, identity, and the fleeting nature of time elevate it beyond typical genre fare. In conclusion, Spring is a bold and beautiful film that stands out for its thoughtful blend of genres. It's not only a love story between two people from vastly different worlds, it's also a meditation on what it means to be human, to change, and to love in the face of impermanence. For fans of thoughtful horror and unconventional romance, Spring is an unforgettable journey. Number 5. Saint Maud. Saint Maud, the feature debut from writer-director Rose Glass, is a chilling and atmospheric psychological horror film that explores the thin line between religious devotion and mental instability. The story follows Maud, a lonely and deeply devout hospice nurse who becomes obsessed with saving the soul of her new patient, Amanda, a once famous dancer now facing terminal illness. As Maud's faith intensifies, her grip on reality begins to unravel, leading to a terrifying journey into the depths of guilt, loneliness, and spiritual delusion. The film has been widely acclaimed by critics. Morfydd Clark delivers a mesmerizing and unsettling performance as Maud, capturing both the fragility and intensity of her character. Jennifer Ayla, as Amanda, provides a powerful contrast with her wit and worldly cynicism. Critics from The Guardian called it a chilling nurse on a mission from God, while RogerEbert.com praised its intimate storytelling and unnerving descent into madness. Saint Maud holds a 93% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, where it's described as a brilliantly unsettling blend of body horror and psychological thriller. The film's slow-building dread, eerie cinematography, and haunting score create a mood that lingers long after the credits roll. Winner of multiple awards, including British-Irish Film of the Year and Breakthrough Filmmaker of the Year, Saint Maud is a standout in modern horror. Number 4. Black Death. Black Death, directed by Christopher Smith, is a gritty and atmospheric historical horror film set during the first outbreak of the bubonic plague in 14th century England. It follows Osmond, a conflicted young monk, played by Eddie Redmayne, who is chosen to guide a group of soldiers led by the grim and devout Ulrich, Sean Bean. Their mission is to find a remote village, reportedly untouched by the plague, where rumors speak of witchcraft and necromancy. What unfolds is a dark and tense journey that questions the limits of faith, morality, and human nature. On Rotten Tomatoes, Black Death holds a solid 71% rating. Critics have noted that the film succeeds in blending historical drama with horror and moral ambiguity. Variety described it as a savvy, stylish horror actioner that's more than the sum of its genre parts, while others have commended its willingness to explore complex questions of faith and fanaticism without offering easy answers. For fans of dark historical tales and philosophical horror, Black Death stands out as a bold and memorable film. It offers more than just action or horror. It delves into the human psyche and the dangerous power of belief when confronted with fear and the unknown. Number 3. The Night Eats the World. The Night Eats the World is a unique and introspective take on the zombie apocalypse genre, directed by Dominique Roche. The story follows Sam, played by Anders Danielsen Lee, a musician who wakes up after a party in his ex-girlfriend's Paris apartment to find the city overrun by the undead. Alone and barricaded inside the building, Sam must learn to survive, not just physically, but psychologically, as isolation begins to take a toll on his mind. What sets this film apart from typical zombie fare is its focus on mood, atmosphere, and the mental effects of prolonged solitude. The Night Eats the World is quiet, eerie, and emotionally resonant, stripping away the usual action in favor of a slow-burn character study. The film uses silence and minimal dialogue to heighten the sense of loneliness, and the empty, decaying city becomes a character in its own right. Critics praised the film's meditative tone and fresh perspective. IndieWire called it the most innovative zombie movie since Shaun of the Dead, highlighting its emotional depth. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 79% approval rating, with the consensus noting that the film finds a few unexplored corners in the crowded zombie genre, with a refreshing emphasis on atmosphere and character development. Overall, The Night Eats the World is a haunting and thoughtful experience, more about internal survival than external threats. It's a must-watch for fans of minimalist horror and character-driven storytelling. Number 2. Pandorum. Pandorum, directed by Christian Alvart, is an underrated gem in the sci-fi horror genre that has earned a cult following for its intense atmosphere, intriguing mystery, and psychological tension. The film stars Ben Foster and Dennis Quaid as two crew members who awaken from hypersleep on a massive spaceship called Elysium, only to discover that they have no memory of their mission and that the ship may be harboring a terrifying secret. Despite mixed critical reception at the time of release, many fans and genre critics have praised Pandorum for its unique blend of horror and science fiction. The film builds a claustrophobic, tension-filled environment reminiscent of classics like Alien and Event Horizon. Its set design, lighting, and sound work together to create a deeply immersive experience. The concept of Pandorum, a fictional psychosis caused by deep space travel, adds a compelling psychological layer to the story. On Rotten Tomatoes, while the overall critic rating stands at 28%, the audience score is more favorable, and discussions on fan platforms like Reddit and Letterboxd often describe the movie as highly underrated, creatively executed, and a must-watch for sci-fi horror fans. Pandorum is a thrilling and cerebral sci-fi horror film that deserves more recognition. It stands out for its ambitious storytelling, strong performances, and a twist-filled narrative that keeps viewers guessing until the final act. If you're a fan of dark, atmospheric space thrillers with psychological depth, this is one worth revisiting. Number 1. Nightmare Alley. Nightmare Alley, directed by Guillermo del Toro, is a dark, stylish psychological thriller that masterfully reimagines the 1946 novel by William Lindsay Gresham. The film stars Bradley Cooper as Stanton Carlyle, a drifter who rises from the grim world of carnival sideshows to the high society of 1940s New York, using the mentalism tricks he learns along the way to manipulate and deceive. As he becomes entangled with a mysterious psychiatrist, Dr. Lilith Ritter, played with icy brilliance by Cate Blanchett, the line between illusion and reality begins to blur dangerously. Del Toro's direction is striking, immersing the audience in a noir world filled with moral ambiguity, visual splendor, and atmospheric dread. The production design and cinematography are nothing short of exquisite, creating richly detailed settings that range from muddy carnival grounds to opulent Art Deco offices. The film's slow-burn narrative rewards patience, unfolding with elegance and tension. Critics praised Nightmare Alley for its performances and aesthetic vision. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds an 80% rating, with reviewers noting that the film delivers noir thrills with a modern edge. Cooper's layered performance as Stanton captures both charm and desperation, while Blanchett brings a hypnotic presence to her role. Supporting performances from Rooney Mara, Willem Dafoe, and Richard Jenkins further elevate the film. In short, Nightmare Alley is a haunting, beautifully crafted noir that explores themes of ambition, deception, and the price of self-delusion. It's a sophisticated and immersive film that solidifies Guillermo del Toro's reputation as a master of dark storytelling. Well, this is it. Share your impressions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.